Lunch break
has come back to
the internet.
It is time for
two men
to unleash a soul-crushing, unrelenting
comedy show,
a head-spinning onslaught of a
movie review,
and take care of unfinished business right here, right now. Ladies and gentlemen, the champions of the
Prescribed Films Podcast Network,
your
Joey.
It is time for a
Guy
that has risen from the ashes to become one of the most feared, dominant, absolutely electrifying
podcast hosts, Creative Corridor,
time to give their city their first
Hillary Clinton supporter,
in France.
Leibowitz's honor,
Ladies and gentlemen, the champions of the
Las Vegas Film Awards,
your
Landon.
It is time. It is time for all of us here and
Tens
around the world to bear witness to these incredible
comedians
who will leave every ounce of sweat, guts, and pride and legacy on this hallowed
recording
because that is what champions do. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to say, finally, it is time for
lunch break.
I'll say.
Hit it.
Okay, that's probably where we faded out, and it's the fading out. Yes. Wow. I'm invigorated.
Yes. I'm full of vim and vinegar, piss and vinegar.
I'm
from
full
that
of
rousing Ronda Rousey.
I'm full of
Auto parts.
I'm full of Gina Carano's epic rage against the machine. I'm full of Wim. What's that cinematographer's name?
Wim Hof.
I'm full of Wim Wender's beautiful cinematography. I'm full of the VIN number on my car. It's perfect. It's just the number for my car. That's all it is. No other car.
Where you are in the world, they'll know which car it is because it's right on the inside of the door.
No other car has a VIN number quite like it. No other car.
It's long.
It's long.
People say I have the longest VIN number. People say that. People say that. Think about this VIN number.
Okay. Yeah.
That's funny.
Family. It's prime numbers.
What was that?
That's VIN numbers.
I'm just gonna say this to you. Scotty don't.
And here, I'll say this to you. You sure you don't need cable? Yes, it's that time of year when the old comedians trot out their most beloved characters. For Mike Myers, of course, Dr. Evil from the Austin Powers movies. For Jim Carrey, his most beloved character of all time, the cable guy. Everyone's sure to remember that one.
And the people at Verizon couldn't believe when someone pitched that. Someone probably our age, sitting down in a suit and tie, said, "You know what'd be really funny? So there's a cable guy at the door, but I was thinking we get Jim Carrey. Is that possible?" And they're like, "Oh." And he'll do his funny cable guy stuff because they're all misremembering.
Yeah. That was that really, really funny, like laugh out loud hilarious movie that wasn't at all a dark comedy
Where the guy
bordering on
stalks
just
you.
a drama, like thriller weird thing where he dies with a freaking satellite dish through his gut.
But guess what?
No,
He's back.
Yes, it's so good to see him. Hey, it's good to see Jim. I'll take him however I can get him.
I'll take him, yes. And whether it's this or Sonic 3, I will take a big heaping helping of Jim.
Yeah. Joey's skipping number 2.
I'm skipping 1 and 2.
Number 2.
Yes, Dr. Evil.
Bring me the Chevrolet.
Dr. Evil, have you heard of the Atkins, not the diet, the Atkins lifestyle?
Tell me more. Number 2.
Meat, shrimp. Woo! Landon had a fake hand right there. That's a prosthetic.
Hey, Mo. That's what I do for you.
If you're not watching this, you're dead wrong.
You're dead to rights.
What? So when did it become that commercials, the commercials for the uncopyrighted big game, or as Landon loves to call it, sports ball?
No, not me. I didn't. I never did.
Oh, God,
you know, I'm of the opinion that if you like something, you can just like it.
No, it's sports ball. That's what he says off camera.
Yeah, and also
I think they throw the oblong around. I don't even.
I mean, it's so primitive, isn't it?
But why is it that it started a trend in the last few years of we get something people used to like, and we just have them do that.
Sure, yeah, just the last few years. As if we haven't been making Shakespeare plays over and over ad nauseum.
That's true. Well, your favorite was Much Ado About Nothing.
Yes, the Joss Whedon version.
Yes. Stand over there.
Okay, so I'm getting all my best friends to come to my beach house for a week. We're gonna shoot my favorite Shakespeare and suffer and succotash. We're gonna have fun doing it. Nathan Fillion, come here and lick my feet.
Sure thing.
You're my best friend. I've never experienced a bad day on set with you. Me neither. It's me, Alan Tudyk. You're not going to censor your name? I'm going to have to beep that out.
I would have to be Tudyk.
Alan Tudyk. I've never had a bad day on set with him either. Well, are you guys maybe putting together a little something that you might have in common? That the people that hate him
are complaining
do not. They're not good actors like me.
Here's the thing. You can't get you. We've been begging. He's like, maybe I'll do it. Maybe. Oh no, sorry. That's not his actual voice. He's like, oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll do a number 4 someday. And I don't know, just working on it, but mostly spending time with my kids. You can't get him to just do that. But you'll get him to do it for a car commercial.
I'll call him Baby Me.
And I laughed, but that's not good. Of course
I laughed. No, it's not good.
He still got it.
Of course he does. Just make the freaking movie. Make number 4. Make Austin Powers 4. You cowards.
Make Austin Powers 4, you dastardly cowards.
It is weird. Like, that's... Austin Powers movies are so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Just make another one.
It can't be.
It's the perfect time.
Bad, it will be good.
It's the perfect time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
MacGruber? They're making MacGruber series?
Yeah.
And you're telling me you can't come up with 4 jokes that you can redo?
You think no one's going to fund that. They do the MacGruber TV show for a streaming service. You can't just do Austin Powers 4. I know it's there. You set it up.
Of course.
We know that you were kids and God, I can't even remember. I guess I'm gonna have to go back and watch all of them again.
Yeah, shoot. Oh shoot, I'm gonna have to go. But Come on. Do it.
Oh, you cowards.
Do it. Do it. In the words of my one of my most favorite people on earth, Sheev Palpatine.
Well, you don't have. Oh.
Do it. Yeah, so those were kind of the big commercials from the game.
Yeah, everyone wanted to get our take on them.
Did you watch the freaking Sports Ball Massacre?
No. I did turn to the TV and I saw The Rock doing something and I said, I got an idea. And then, I saw on mute, I saw a Larry David out of the corner of my eye.
Sure.
I saw Arnold Schwarzenegger doing something with the lights. Landon just did something. He just touched something and his eyes bugged out of his head. He's like, oh.
I'll never tell.
Am I still recording? Am I still recording?
I haven't been recording this whole time.
Oh. Well, we're just warm. I'm just getting ready. Very well done, good sir. That's my impression of someone on the internet. Very good, well, sir.
Mayhaps we shall continue this later, my good boy. If you say mayhaps, you might be on the internet. Yeah, let's do a series on that.
Mm-hmm.
What else can we do?
What, like mayhaps?
Yeah, like
just interwebs in general.
If you say interwebs, you might be on the internet.
Yeah. Good sir, of course. That's my lead-in is good sir.
Yeah. Oh, how about this? If you have an opinion on NFTs, pro or con, you might be on the
internet. I would just say this. I would say that if you're telling someone that they won the internet for the day, you might be on the internet. So that's our big hot take on the big hot game.
Hachi. The game was good. Well, it's a good game. That's all you can ask for. You just want a good game to watch.
You want a good game to watch?
Your rowdy friends.
Yes, you want
because they're there on Sunday night.
I think that's the best place you can be. I think you want a halftime show that is in broad daylight on top of a tiny town. I think you want to appeal to the younger audience with that and all the commercials. I think they really know who to appeal to with all the references.
Yeah.
And all the songs. These people get it. These corporations.
Yes. Yeah. What is it? They're fingering the pulse.
Yeah. And this is going to be really weird, but we were going to show a trailer for the new Marvel series about the pulse, but based on what Landon just said, we probably are not allowed to show that footage. Okay, now he's looking around for it. I think he dropped the trailer.
That?
Oh,
is that what you want? You stupid son of a
It was so close. It was right next to you.
Yep. I've got all my rowdy friends here on
He literally is fingering the pulse right now.
That's rich.
Rest in peace, Jess Jones. If you want to watch her now, you're going to have to see her with her butt obscured on Disney Plus. Sorry. Hey, I'm sorry if that's why you go to watch your TV shows. If the only reason you're watching Splash is to see a little DH behind, a little DHBH. But guess what? It's blurry now.
Sorry, we added hair.
Sorry, we made her hair unnaturally long.
Looks like absolute garbage.
This company has the most money in the world. That's what they came up with. You can't just put like a bikini bottom on her.
Just blur it.
Just blur. Do something.
Do what?
It's like when I see the Halsey album anywhere and I go, whoa, that's just there. And then I go to Target and I say, hey, wait a minute.
Or do you mean the Lord album?
Well, that's a sticker. If you go look at the new Halsey album, you will be surprised at what this baby has done. I'll just say that. He's going to look it up.
Is Halsey a baby?
Yeah. No, yeah. Don't even look it up. Halsey's the baby.
Oh.
Okay.
Maybe I should have turned my incognito mode on.
So when we were doing the podcast, Joey brought something up, and I wasn't looking something up just for myself. It was more for research on the show.
I need an Express VPN ASAP.
And if you're one of our listeners, go to duckduckgo.com and put in our offer code AbeVagoda. That's going to get you a free VPN, and you're going to get a license to chill because you don't have to worry anymore. You hear that, Chip? We don't have to worry about anything.
I'm in it too.
Who is that? Who is that? No. Wait. Don't tell me. Who was that?
Oh. Andy Samberg.
Phil Albert.
Hey, did you watch The Big Game? Because I do have one burning take that I need to get out there for all listeners.
What's your take?
Now, this is something I've been saying for years, but this is no better time than any, because everyone tuned in to hear Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth calling The Big Game. And I just have one thing to say.
What? Yeah.
Chris Collinsworth is a wart on my ass.
Oh!
He's the worst voice in sports. He's the most annoying. His voice. Oh God! I mean, he's it grates on your soul to hear him talk. It's just. Here's a guy who's.
Is thy middle name? Partner comes sliding back in here.
That's Al. We love Al Michaels.
Of Justin Fields. Chris, in this sound machine that is. Oh, by the way, Chris.
That's Al Michaels.
This is. Hold on.
We like Al Michaels.
Oh wait. I didn't even read. This video is purely a visual. The name of the video is every Chris Collinsworth slide of the 2021 NFL season. So it is a supercut of him sliding into frame. So I thought at some point he might say something, and it was just him.
Sliding
it's in. Anything but him talking, but his name was in. That's the thing. It's like with everything being so instant these days. Hey, look. Speaking of what we were talking about before, I'm a simple man.
Of course.
I see Chris Collinsworth. I hit like.
Yeah.
I don't have time to read the whole. And then here's another video called "The Last Chris Collinsworth Slide of the Season."
Oh wow.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna find. I'm going to find.
It's a combination of his voice and just the way that, and all of these guys have to do this. They have to fill time. So they will bring up, the third string guy came in. Oh, here's a guy who's always been one that's on my list. You know, I've always been saying that. Let me look up his name. Just shut up. I don't need. Here's a guy who went to college. Yeah.
Let the ball do the talking.
It's sickening. It's sickening. He's probably a nice guy. I take back that he's a wart on my ass. He's the wart on the ass of the NFL.
Do I tell you the name of this video then? Now that you've said that, now that we have on tape that Landon has said he's probably a nice guy, we can then watch an old creepy video of Chris Collinsworth liking 14-year-old girls has resurfaced again.
Oh, no, again. Oh no. All right,
every now and then this video's gonna. It's on awesomeo.com. Do we trust this website?
Probably not. But luckily we have an Express VPN, so it will take out all the cookies.
He's kind of a snack himself back in the day.
Oh, back in the day, long head. Didn't he?
I
just play the video.
Similarities between them. You go out, and there's not anything in the world any more competitive than going out and trying to find the girl. I like girls that aren't too bright because you can trick them a little bit. But punk rockers all love me. Those are my big girls, and high school girls love me. 14 to 18, I'm a big star with them. As soon as they mature, after about 18 years old, they start figuring out that, wait a minute, I know there's better than that out there, you know? I think.
What? Okay, so for one, that's a video from when he's young, huh?
Yes.
So his voice hasn't matured to the gravelly, annoying voice that he has now.
No, not yet.
Certainly, those comments are disgusting. and I reinstate what I said.
I think it's just locker room talk.
The word on the S. Yeah. Well,
that's just how guys are. And who is he? He's Mr. Bengal.
Nah. He's yeah. You know what? That's right. I mean, if you stuck a camera in the face of any guy, they would immediately start saying what kind of middle school to high school age girls they prefer.
Yes.
It's just how guys are wired, you know?
It's just locker room talk.
Here's a guy who's going to really double down on the fact that young girls are both prettier and stupider, so you can get away with a lot more stuff. Down the line. Stand all the way. He's going for it. Touchdown! Touchdown, Ram! Touchdown, Ram!
Here he is. That's him.
That is... Look, that's not an impression you want to do around electrical equipment.
No.
My desk is basically looks like when they hit the iceberg in the Titanic, and then people, instead of being scared, they take the ice and they start throwing it at each other, or some of them are like, and they put it in their drink, and then you find out the bottom of the Titanic was actually like an ice cube tray, where if it filled up one container, it flipped up and went over the other side, and then people's legs were getting chopped off down there. And you know what? He actually could have fit on the door.
If you say that he could have actually fit on the door, you might be on the internet.
Okay, so let me get this straight. A door is 18 foot by 20 foot. Kate Winslet is 5'2". Leonardo DiCaprio is 4'10".
That's Hollywood.
I think he could have fit on the door.
That's Hollywood.
But
Hollywood is lying to you.
Hollywood liberal scum James Cameron made sure that the man had to die in the ocean.
Thank you. But that's why we are making a very special movie about a meth addict who gets locked in a closet, and the way that she escapes is better than anything that Hollywood has made in the last 6-7 years. Give or take. My wife thought she still can't breathe.
So let me get this straight. A woman gets locked in a closet. Her daughter is not locked in the closet and is in the house with this creepy guy.
I could have seen this movie.
Wow.
I could have seen this movie. You know what I mean? If I didn't get some ad and then saw this is the man that is producing this movie.
Benny Shapiro?
At some point in my life, Shut In could have been on and I could have watched it.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it would have been on.
That's true.
I'm pretty sure you have to go to their website and pay for it. I don't think it's in the theater.
Hey, guess what? Whatever I just said.
But no, you know what? I will say the trailer, the first time I saw a trailer for, and should we mention this movie? It's called Shut In, I believe. Yes, Shut In. And the trailer for it, and yes, it is.
So you have to go to the Daily Wire to watch it?
It's produced by the Daily Wire, which is Ben Shapiro's right-wing propaganda company. I'm just giving what the people like to know, which is context for what we're talking about. This is the one and only time I'll do this. We don't typically do this.
Yeah.
This will be the one and only time.
Oh, God. How do we do this? How do we watch this how do we review this without
giving them money?
Yeah. That's the only thing stopping me from doing this Pure Flix show that we've been asked to do. Because we have to pay like a monthly fee to have Pure Flix.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the kind of show that we would do that would get enough listeners to make some of the money back.
Probably it would. And then we could donate some of that money to
Chick-fil-A and
Hobby
Lobby. Vincent Gallo stealed the show. Look, I'm not well. So when you people say Joey, his register wasn't high enough or whatever, I can't do it right now.
Yeah, and me too.
Yes.
So, but what's interesting is Shut In. So their first film at Daily Wire was Run, Hide, Fight or something like that, which was basically Die Hard in a school. And you can kind of tell where the conservative messaging is there.
Right.
That a young lady, wow,
Daily Wire went woke, made the main character a girl.
Unlike Hollywood.
Yeah, so she learned how to hunt. This is all from the trailer, and you could just guess at it. Also, she learns to hunt from her dad. So then, of course, when a school shooter shoots up the school, she is the one that will run, hide, and fight the school shooter because she's the good guy with the gun. So that has bad reviews. Shut In has some decent reviews. Yeah, it has decent reviews. And I will say, when I first saw the trailer, I just thought it was a normal trailer until the end when it says like a Daily Wire film.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't see that part. I just kind of watched half-assed, watched the trailer and said, okay.
That's
awesome.
It's just odd because I don't know. I mean, it seems what's interesting is they want to make these movies that Hollywood is too scared to make or something. And by all means, it just looks like, according to the reviews, they're basically just Hollywood movies with a little bit of a God element or conservative messaging. But they're not like wholly original ideas that like,
you could never make this movie in Hollywood.
Well, no, it's basically just a horror movie.
Right.
Or a psychological thriller. We've seen those. There's a million of them.
I want to see what's going. Oh, wait. How to watch the Shut In movie premiere for free. Shut up.
Okay. Everyone be quiet. If you're in your car, pull over to the side of the road, please.
Shut up.
Please. Right now. Please.
Pull over because you're going to want to know this, because when we do the luncheon special review movie premiere of this, I love websites like Decider that
help you not decide anything.
Is Shut In on HBO Max? No, not at the moment. Like, it's answering just weird questions. Is Shut In on Netflix? No. And then it gives you like a huge paragraph you have to read about how it's not on Netflix. Can I watch the trailer for Shut In? You sure can. It's right there at the top of this article. What a waste of my time.
Yeah.
It is premiering on YouTube for free, but then they're getting oh wait, that must have already happened, right? February 10th. Oh man, we missed it.
Also, I'm realizing too, reading some of these reviews, most of them, well, the good ones obviously, are from like fake
dailywire.com.
Fake right wing, like the right side of Hollywood, the right take on entertainment.
They must have saw the Run, Hide, Fight, whatever, Rotten Tomatoes score, and they're like, how can we bolster this? And I know you and I certainly don't know anyone that would ever bolster their reviews with a website or, YouTube views or comments or anything like that.
No. In fact, we got should I read this? We got someone commented on our our review of the Ghostbusters film.
Really?
Yes.
On
Oh, you
YouTube?
didn't see? Yeah. You didn't
No,
see
I didn't
this?
see that.
Okay, let me pull this up because it's pretty awesome.
Okay, this is good.
So it's about what?
Are you what?
What? Did you say something? Oh, okay.
No.
Sorry.
You psycho? What, are you trying to be the Riddler? What did you say?
Yeah, the Riddler, famous for just asking a question. Hey.
Well, kinda.
Yeah. No, his are more like, what's black and blue and a spanking?
And he's like, just tell me where she hails.
I won't, Mr. Batman.
That's how Paul Dano is going to play. Okay, so our Ghostbusters review, of course, you spent, I don't know, a whole week making a 12-minute explainer video of the whole Ghostbusters franchise. And then we spent about 2 hours and 30 minutes. I don't want to say shitting on the whole movie, but our critique is harsh, but ultimately we both liked the movie. That's
I just
kind
hope
of
it's
what
not
we
one
do.
of the last things that Ivan Reitman heard.
Well, I actually have some inside information that that's what actually finally did him in.
Oh my God. Is that who wrote the review on our comment section?
So this is from IR. So no, this was from 1 month ago, like a day after we posted this on the YouTube.
Whoops.
Oh, sorry, on the YouTubes.
Yes. And that means you're on the internet. You might be on the internet.
Brandy Kim says, maybe this movie franchise is just not for you. I swear, I never heard anyone complain nonstop so much. Damn.
Wow. That's it?
Yes, but...
We never responded?
No. We did. Our social media team responded and said, hey, Brandy, I know it may not seem like it, but we actually loved this movie a lot. Stick through the constant barrage of harsh but valid criticism to hear our final rankings. The nearly 3 hours of constant critique is all out of love. One love. Much love. Peace and blessings to all.
God, that sucks. We need to fire that stupid person.
Yeah. So
whoever wrote that sucks.
Yeah.
If you're on our media team and you wrote that and you did put much love,
I kind of thought it was. I thought they did a good job.
I'm gonna have to do to you what the two younger kids did in the electric truck commercial and just forget about it. Because they did wake up this morning and they got themselves a big electric car and they drove it to the fish place and then they hugged. That's not what that's the exact opposite of what I want to do to our media team at the moment. Get Brandy on the show.
Yeah, we should. We should have. Well,
if she could see what's sitting on my shelf right now.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Oh, yeah. There it is.
A little tiny puff man.
Speaking of, should we eat lunch?
Sure. I'm not going to eat the little puff man.
No. No.
And you know what? If you're doing a movie review, what am I just going to do? Sit there and go, it's so good. That was great.
Well, that's what I don't get. That's what I don't get. People are like,
I'm saying you can do better. I'm saying, here's what I like.
Right.
And here, as the world's biggest Ghostbusters fan, Brandy, here's what I could have used a little more of. Okay?
Right. Well, and also, I think what our social media team did very well in that was firstly point out the fact that yes, we do like it, and this was going to my bigger point earlier, which is we make fun of everything and we critique everything, even things we love, including ourselves. You know,
do you think though that Brandy coming into that review episode, which I have not listened to since we recorded it,
certainly not.
does she know that about us?
No.
So I don't know.
I'm not
if
saying
that's...
she should. I'm just saying that is a characteristic of us, and that is why we will never get farther than having a few fans in America, a few in Ireland, a few in Bangladesh, a few in Sweden, Thailand. You know, international, worldwide stuff, of course, obviously. You know, not.
I just
and,
think
and thank you, much love to everyone out there. One love.
Yeah, I just think it's kind of up to the listener to understand and kind of read between the lines of our jousting and our jesting, because we've said this before. If we like something, we actually don't like it unless we do. And we're going to say we don't, and we probably do. And we might say we like stuff that we don't like.
Of course.
And I think that is why our social media person did not get that across. And I would say that across. Ugh.
That's going to
be like I'm the jackass.
Yeehaw!
Landon, what'd you eat?
Well, I'm about to eat. This was a little something left over from the holidays. I've been waiting very patiently to try it on air. This is from the Vicenzi group from Via Forte Garofalo 1 Verona, Italy. Made in Italy. It is from Matilda Vicenzi. And it is Delisa.
Yeah, I love
it.
these.
It is a pastry cream filled little pastry puff.
That's interesting. Have you had any of these yet?
No.
So you waited.
I've been holding.
You got
on
this
to
as
this
a
for quite some
gift.
time. Yes.
And they're like, go ahead, try it out. We got it in Italy for you. And you're like, yeah, I will.
So truth be told, the other person that lives in the house with me, instead of a Christmas, she had a Clark Griswold moment this holiday. And instead of a Christmas bonus, she in fact received it came in a box from Amazon, which was strange. We weren't expecting a box arriving on our doorstep. So we're like,
probably scared.
Yeah, so we open it up because it is addressed to us. We're like, what? What'd you order? She's like, nothing, because we don't like Jeff Bezos. We don't order from Amazon anymore.
Yes. Landon, thank you for saying that. Me neither.
So
unless it's for work, my boss makes me. But wait till you hear this.
Morse code. Hear what?
That's save our sassafras.
Yes.
Oh no, my boss is Jeff Bezos. So, Landon, while you tell this story, was this person that you live with expecting a bonus?
Not necessarily expecting a bonus, but
this is not the kind of
one. Has had a monetary bonus in the past. Has never had a goodie bag show up on the doorstep in lieu of. So,
that's a tough year for these Fortune 500 companies.
Yeah. So we open it up. It's a little green box and it says Happy Holidays. We're like, We open it up more, and on top is a little packet of Starbucks hot chocolate. He's like, okay. And then some of the strangest assortments of Italian and like other foreign sort of pastry, chocolate, and gummy treats. we didn't really get into much of it because around the holidays, you have all this homemade stuff that you want to get to. You don't want the prepackaged stuff when you have homemade cookies and all that. And not entirely sure, I guess, really where this stuff came from. So we didn't really crack into it. But here I am today, cracking into it.
They go to work the next day and their boss is like, so since you something show up on your doorstep you like to eat? Okay, this looks like it sounds flaky. Is that can it be described as flaky?
Mm-hmm. Flaky, salty, and I didn't get any pastry cream.
Oh no.
I'm going in for another bite.
This is probably something you typically would eat with a coffee or Starbucks hot chocolate, I guess. The cheapest of these Starbucks add-ons to put into a gift set.
Mm-hmm.
No coffee.
Okay. It's kind of reminiscent, I think, of... Didn't we have baklava on here?
Yes.
It was like a store-bought little thing of baklava.
Yeah.
It's kind of reminiscent of that.
Okay.
The pastry on the picture on the package looks much fuller and richer.
Yes.
I'm barely
the goo
getting
was
any.
just coming out of the rod on the photo.
Yeah. There's barely any goo eking out of this thing. I'm working at it too.
Yeah,
but,
I definitely see that.
So, but the taste is there. I mean, I like the taste. I just want more of the cream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No one's ever said that before. I give
well
this
done,
a
good sir.
0.6.
A 0.6. Wow.
Am I going to finish it? Yeah, I'm going to finish it.
What's the flavor of the cream?
Pastry.
That sounds good.
No,
Landon,
it's just kind of a vanilla.
Okay.
A vanilla custardy.
He's saving the rest for later. He said these 2 bites just won't.
I'm going to eat it right now.
Okay. I had something that I wanted to share with you, but for reasons we can't discuss today, I cannot reach across the table.
Why not?
Landon's giving his treat of reach around, I would say. He loves this thing. He gives it a 0.6, but I see him going to town. So I'm going to hold off on that other treat, even though at this point it has been 2 weeks and I have opened it because I could not wait to try them. But what I've got today is something that anyone can go out and get right now. I like to try things that are weird, but I also like to try things that are very easy for people to get if they are thinking about eating lunch. And I like to draw this segment out as long as possible because we know how much people like it. So what I got here is it's a Cedar Rapids Bank and Trust signature cookie. Hand scooped and baked just for our clients. May contain nuts. That's all it says. We received, and I will not say where or how, but a box of these from someone that may have ties to this CRBT. Okay. And each cookie comes with one little square chocolate chunk on top, and they are hand scooped. And what we were told is that last year they gave out over 9,000 of these little stinkers. And that when they asked the company for the recipe or the ingredients, they were not allowed to get it. So no one knows what is
company.
In these. What company makes them?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Did they not say they're hand scooped?
Yes, they're hand scooped, and the idea is that maybe it is just like an old woman doing this.
Right.
From what I was told, it's just like a person that has their own recipe. So there is no nutrition facts to be had. They will not give out the recipe because they are in such high demand. So this is a pretty exclusive cookie I'm eating. I know I made a really funny joke before about you getting these, but yeah.
That's a thickie.
Good. It's a thickie because they're hand scooped for our clients.
A little crumblier than you might like.
Well,
you're a chewy cookie guy, aren't you?
Yeah. Chewy all the way. Even though they were in a plastic bag, the one I had a couple days ago was fresher. So it might have just, more fresh. So
I'm laughing at the fact that you've had more of these.
Yeah, they're good. It's like an oatmeal cookie with chocolate chips in it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
May contain nuts.
That's what makes me think it's not just an old lady making these.
Like they're making different ones for different companies?
No, but you have to say that when it comes from a factory.
Mm-hmm.
Because anyone in that factory could have had a salted nut roll for lunch and then come back to the factory line and start hand scooping all the cookie dough with
or
their
shellfish.
hand. With their hand.
It is hand scooped. It always says that, like this one says, may contain nuts or shellfish. It's always one of those two things. So this one, yes, it is a couple days past its prime, but that's why you go to the bank nice and early every day.
So wait,
get a cup of free coffee, get a cookie.
Are you homeless? What happened? Why do you have 9,000 of these? Is that what you said? You have a box of 9,000?
They said they gave out 9,000 cookies last year
to you
me.
Specifically.
Yes. Yeah.
Morning and night, you go in.
Well, there's oatmeal in them, so that's breakfast.
What's the math on that? 365 days in the year, but a bank isn't open every single day, and they've 9,000.
So there's 54. Well, no, there's 52 weeks, right?
Yeah.
6 times 52, that's 312 days. That checks out because then 56, if there's 52 weeks, that would be 364. And then you take 312, so then you take 9,000 and you divide it by 312 days. Oh, okay. That's like 30 cookies a day.
To you.
Bad.
Yeah, but they're all to you.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, that's not as bad as it used to be because I used to go to Subway every day to make my pants fit bigger, and they have those cookies there.
I think what they put on that label is may contain nuts, and also may be held by someone who is selfish, not anything to do with shellfish. I think they're calling you out being selfish, taking all these cookies.
The pants that I would wear to Subway, they also had the same warning on them.
So how do you like this cookie?
It's pretty good. I'd give it a 0.7. I'm going to go above the Italian puff hole.
Cream puff?
Yes, the puff stick and what you said. And sorry, Italy.
Hey,
but I like an oatmeal cookie.
Sometimes
and there's not
the
a ton of chocolate
made
in
is
it.
Best.
Yeah, Toyota, Abe Vigoda.
Yeah.
Holy Rolla.
Jesus.
So,
do you know? Have you ever stayed at a DoubleTree? And they give you
they put one on your dirty pillow.
Yeah, they give you a little. It's a hot cookie because they pull it out of a drawer. I've watched the whole thing. I've watched the whole thing happen. They check you in, and then they pull. They have a little heated drawer right at the check-in desk, and they pull out 2 cookies.
You've watched the whole thing happen, not been a part of it. I've watched it happen. Someone walks up to the counter and you're like standing outside in the rain.
Yes.
Trying to call your bank because you forgot to let them know you're going out of state.
Yeah.
So you can't get your room. I've never gotten the DoubleTree cookie. I think I stayed at DoubleTree. I don't know. Maybe someone just took the cookies before I got in there. My mom was like, I got to fluff the pillows. I just hear But I think I stayed at a DoubleTree once during the what do we call it? The pan during the dem. If you're calling it the before times, hey, man, on the internet.
Yeah.
But I stayed at one during the virus. One of the worst times, one of the most uncomfortable times to stay at a hotel was right in the thick of it.
Sure.
I didn't want to touch anything, and then they had a sign that was like, because of what's happening, no cookies.
No cookies.
And
yeah.
I could only nod my head and agree.
Well, you know what else is interesting? Because we stayed at a DoubleTree. Here's the other thing. It's still going on. Pandemic still happening. But we did stay at one a few months ago. And they resumed handing out cookies, but they do it at the front desk when you check in. I believe that one other time that I stayed at a DoubleTree, they were just on every floor by the elevators. They had little like dishes, like a sample thing at Sam's Club or something, and you could just stick your dirty, grubby hand in there and grab whatever sample you want.
Yeah,
they had those at every elevator at the DoubleTree. You could just grab one whenever you wanted to.
That's just something people did.
It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. It's it's absolutely.
You know what else is crazy? You know what else is crazy?
You know what else is crazy?
There are books in the Bible that were edited out. Now that's crazy.
You know what else is crazy though?
What?
The freaking Wordle today.
Oh, New York Times changed it. New York Times changed it.
You might be on the freaking internet.
You might be on the internet if you're talking about your Wordle.
Hey, I'll do the Wordle. I'm not going to tell everyone I'm doing the Wordle.
I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to say, I don't get it. I don't get all the jokes. I refuse to learn about the jokes.
There aren't jokes. That's the other funny thing. There's nothing funny about it. You just do it. It's like doing a Sudoku and then taking a photo of your Sudoku, blocking out all the letters, and just saying, "Look, I did this today."
Yeah, for about a week, I did the New York Times crossword puzzle app. I think I finished maybe 2 of them. Oh, they're very hard.
Yeah,
it's like he wears sandals, and it's 3 letters.
And
there's nothing you can look up.
You're like, what's another name for Jesus?
Right.
He's the only guy I can think of that wore sandals.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at the down to try to get one of the letters, and it's like 1941's bestseller.
Yeah.
Like,
for the whole year?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I guess I'll look it up. That's before I think they wrote stuff down, 1941.
Yeah, they didn't even keep track
I don't think they
stuff.
kept track of that stuff.
No, come on. I mean, that's crazy. What'd you watch?
No, we're just messing around. I watched the first episode of the new iCarly show. I watched the first half of the first episode of the new iCarly show. And to me, it seemed to drag on forever.
Well, did you get to the part where there's full frontal nudity?
I will be right back. All right, I give it a 10 out of 10.
Spencer looks good.
It's not it does open with
Funny?
him naked.
Yeah, well, isn't the show about how they're adults now and they can have kissings and they can make
they do talk about her
whispering?
roommate who sleeps with guys and girls and gender nonconforming something.
Carly went woke.
Yeah, and it's really horny.
Yeah, and doesn't Freddie have a boy? Freddie's been married and divorced.
No, Freddie has a girl.
Oh,
he
Freddie
has an adopted girl, and he's been divorced twice, which they are still supposed to be. I mean, he's like 29.
Yeah.
So I'm like, divorced twice. Maybe that's supposed to be a joke, but it kind of the way he says it is supposed to be like, I've been divorced twice, and like now I'm starting all over. and it's kind of sad.
What an
And
insane.
he just because you have like stubble,
He
they
still looks
the
like
same.
a little child. Hey,
Yeah.
did they shoot it the exact same way?
Yeah.
So weird.
Like multicam.
Yeah, like a fake sitcom.
Yeah, there's laugh like when they first come in the first episode, everyone cheers. And they have like very awkward entrances, and then Freddy's mom come in, everybody cheer.
Freddy's mom. Whoa.
Maybe it gets better, but I don't know. I'm probably not going to keep up with the Joneses, as it were. And then I watched.
Did they pan over and show Dan Schneider rubbing someone?
Yeah, it was Sam, and then she goes, "This is why I'm not on the show anymore." And everyone goes, "Ooh."
And hey, if you're not a Nickelodeon head, you're not gonna get that.
You might want to start reading some behind the scenes Nickelodeon screams and creams and screams.
And you might want to get on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to look it up.
Kel Mitchell's new book, Wicked Faith or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And then I watched the first episode of After the After Party, starring Sam Richardson, Ben Schwartz, Idris Elba, friggin' Tony Soprano. It's got all these people in it, I tell you
it's
what.
The new Lord Miller joint.
Yeah, it was good.
Is it good? Yeah, I've been meaning to check.
I think it'll get better. There's a very funny bit in the first one. I'll just say that. I'm not even gonna hint to what it is.
Wow.
Oh my God, Luke!
Why don't you marry me?
Did you watch? I wanted to watch that. I wanted to hate watch it.
Yeah. Well,
I wanted to stick it on and just go.
We talked about it, but every time we see the trailer and it just keeps going, marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me, the song, and it just keeps going on and on. And you're like, okay, that's an earworm. That's a banger that slaps. Marry me, marry me.
It's such a bad looking movie.
It's a funny premise.
It's like
in a bad way. It's funny that it's stupid.
It's like a cutaway, like in like a Tropic Thunder type movie where they're like he was in like rom-coms and it's about that. That's the joke. It's like an SNL commercial.
Well, that's the problem with streaming movies. Everyone's making movies for streaming now, and they all look weird. They all look fake.
Well, streaming movies are fake movies.
Any of those, even that Red Notice on Netflix with The Rock and Ryan Reynolds, that looks weird. There's something weird about it. And it was like their biggest budget ever for a Netflix movie. And it still looked like a TV movie in some places. I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe it's because my TV's bad.
Oh, that could be it.
Speaking of things that are bad, I'm finally going to talk about it, ladies and germs. I watched Boba Fett. I watched the Book of Boba Fett. I'm not going to spoil anything because Joey hasn't watched it and I know he's dying to.
I'm definitely going to. It's one of those rainy days, you're home alone. You turn on the TV phone. And I have to watch Home Sweet Home Alone at the same time. My mom's out of town.
Okay.
Who are you doing?
I was doing Buzz. And then better not.
Whoop, whoop.
You're under arrest. Wait, I'm a cop. Yeah. I'm not playing around anymore, son.
That's just crazy. Well, how ironic.
Absolutely ironic.
It's so ironic. It's almost like you wrote a song about Dave Coulier about it. So Landon watched Boba, man. Well.
Boba Fett.
That's the theme song.
You'll see eventually what I'm talking about. Let me just say that it's one of the weirdest 7 episodes of TV I've ever seen. Some good stuff for a Star Wars fan, some incomprehensible stuff as a fan of logic and good storytelling. Overall, I give this series a 6.
Whoa.
And I hate to do it because I'm a Star Wars shill. I'll do anything for Star Wars. How many times have I told you more Star Wars is better? I don't care if it's good or bad. I just want to see it. Put it on my screen. I'll watch any Star Wars. I want movies though. I don't care if they're good or bad. I want Star Wars movies. They're not going to make Star Wars movies anymore. I'm worried. I'm getting worried. I'm honestly getting worried, Joey.
I'm excited for the Obi-Wan show.
Yes, absolutely. But they have nothing planned. The next movie they were going to make, they've already scrapped it.
Yeah.
It was supposed to come out in 2023. It's scrapped. The director, she said, I can't do this. I can't do this no more. You're putting too many restraints on me. Just let the people tell their stories. It doesn't matter if they're good or bad. We keep watching it.
Who's in charge of this? Who's in charge of these movies? Who's in charge of the Star Wars universe?
I hate to say it because I do respect her as a person and a creative and a leader, but Kathleen Kennedy.
But get her out of there.
I know, but you can't say that because then you are the
I know now I'm the Joe Rogan of this podcast.
Yeah, the nasty little basement dweller, mouth breather.
Just because someone's been there since the beginning, or whatever. Like, why does she have the best interest in mind? Dave Filoni. Everyone wants him.
Yeah,
everyone loves Dave Filoni. He's making the Star Wars better than even George Lucas can make it.
He comes with years of talking to George, and he comes with a hat.
A cowboy hat.
He looks like an old Westerner man.
He's like a round Robert Rodriguez.
Hey, that's the biggest problem with the book of Boba Fett. Robert Rodriguez, everyone found out that he's bad.
Well, it's because he's been spending all his free time just making pizzas at his house or whatever. You watch
He's
Chef?
bad at directing. If Shark Boy and Lava Girl and all the Spy Kids movies were not evidence enough, you got it now, people.
He made one movie with no money, and everyone said, give this man a Star Wars show. They said that 29 years later.
It's a little strange. But I got to say, though, this was not Kathleen Kennedy's fault. Jon Favreau wrote the whole series, basically, and we all were saying, everyone in the Star Wars fandom was saying,
Jon Favreau knows Star Wars. Dave Filoni knows Star Wars.
And then they poop out one of the worst 7 episodes of TV I've ever seen, but also has some fun.
Get Kennedy back in there.
It's fun. It's just, I think Kathleen Kennedy her ambition is holding her back. She was appointed by George Lucas himself before the selling of Lucasfilm to Disney. He said, Kathy, will you please take over Lucasfilm? And she's like, oh, George, I thought you'd never ask. And then Disney buys them. And so now she has to not only have the weight of the entire Star Wars fandom, which is bad.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's mean. No one likes it.
No one likes the thing that they love the most. They are like us doing this show.
Yeah. So you have that, and you have to still, and now she has to, answer to Disney, and Disney's not letting them do whatever they want to do.
That's the bigger problem. She is answering to an even higher calling, which is the mouse. Just let them do what they want.
I don't know. It's hard to tell, but
what? Solo was bad. The Lord Miller one probably was bad too.
I don't know. We'll never know, but I actually like Solo, and I think it's probably one of the best of the Disney Star Wars movies.
We'll be right back right after this. Landon, what do you give Boba Fett? A 0.6? No, full 6. Sorry, excuse me.
I give it a full 6. Hey, 2 of the episodes, and I'm not going to say why, are incredible.
That's awesome.
5 of them are worth a POS sticky gum on the underside of my shoe.
Mm-hmm. They're a wart on your ass.
A word on the ass.
On the other cheek.
Here's a guy who's got a sticky gum on the bottom of his shoe, but he still plays with his whole heart.
That's one wart, and the other wart's got a Boba Fett helmet on, and it says nothing. That's like a Family Guy cutaway. Do you think we could write Family Guy?
Sure.
You could do voices on the show too.
Sure.
Hi, Peter. I'm thinking of a whole world for this guy.
You know, you couldn't even make a show like Family Guy today. You'd have to call it Family Woman.
Oh God.
And
That's
actually
never gonna happen.
And you wouldn't even be able to make it about a family. You'd actually have to call it Single Independent Woman with Blue Hair. That's my time.
Bye. Yeah. Hey, guess what? If you buy protein shake powder, you'll get a free bookmark.
Did you watch anything else? We have to end the episode.
Did I watch anything else? Name some genres.
Okay. Mincemeat, pastry, pie. No, let's be honest. You didn't watch anything else, did you?
Oh, A Danish Letter.
Bye.
Bye.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.